Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Sunday Night Stock Zoom call. I hope you had a productive last week and you're having a powerful weekend. Looking forward to a prosperous upcoming week in the market. Family, this is not financial advice. This Zoom is for entertainment, education, excitement, empowerment, so that you can make your own personal financial choices. All financial decisions made by viewers should be done after talking with a licensed professional. Listen, we're not wasting any time tonight. We're getting straight to it. Kevin, I'm mute your line, man. Tell us what's happening this week in the market.
Hey, what's going on, family? We got a couple things going on in terms of earnings for this week. So Monday, September 27th, we've got iBio, ticker symbol IBIO. We've got I2 Bioscience, ticker symbol AYTU. We've got Globus Maritime, which is ticker symbol GLBS. And we've got Aurora Cannabis, ticker symbol ACB. That's on Monday. Tuesday, we've got Micron Technology, ticker symbol MU. And then on Thursday of this week, we have Bed Bath & Beyond, which is ticker symbol BBBY. Back at you, Tim.
Hey, man, that's good. Listen, family, that's what's happening this week in the market. And hey, make sure you put your financial seatbelts on, because it's probably going to be a rocky ride right through here. And the reason I say that is because, Congress is getting ready to debate the debt ceiling. They don't have a problem last few years of raising the debt ceiling, and look like it's going to come down to a shoot 'em up tonight this week as it pertains to whether they're going to raise that debt ceiling. And if they don't lift and raise that debt ceiling, then the government will shut down, which will kind of throw some things in disarray just a little bit. But it's our prayer that our Congress people, the people that we've elected, and get up to Congress and do what needs to be done so that the government can stay open, so on and so forth. I want to do a little whiteboard wisdom real quick. Won't hold you long tonight. I want to personally just let everybody know that's on the call tonight. There is a certain thing that's called, and if you got a pen and a paper, I want you to write this down tonight. There's something that's called the 90-90-90 rule. And I want to personally just congratulate everybody that's on our call tonight on Sunday Night Stocks, because this 90-90-90 rule, it doesn't really affect any of us, because I haven't got any calls from any of you all saying that you have totally blown up your account. And what the 90-90 rule says, it says 90% of traders lose 90% of their money in the first 90 days. That's what the 90-90 rule is. 90% of investors lose 90% of their investment in the first 90 days of getting involved in the stock market. And I want to say we got a good group here at Sunday Night Stocks. We all pull together, and that's not the case, which indicates there's only 10% that are making it. And I want to say we're in that 10% because we haven't blown up our account. In other words, you started out with $1,000, and then here you are 90 days later, and all you have is $100. What usually happens, family, in cases and situations like that, people really don't understand the whole investment strategy. They don't understand about what it means to shake Mr. Dow Jones' hand. So they invest in a stock. The stock goes against them. They panic. They let their emotions get in, and they sell their positions, and then they're out of it. Then they get another stock, and they repeat the cycle. It's called rinse and repeat. So where they may have started out with $10,000, now they're down to $100. Now they're down to 1,000. Then the 1,000 reduces down to 100 because they've blown up their account. And I want to salute all of you all tonight because that 90-90-90 rule does not pertain to us on SNS, because all of us still have our accounts, albeit some of them may be in the red, but we haven't blown up our accounts. We still have our money in place. So what we want to do tonight, just a little bit different. Me and Kev was discussing some things earlier, and what we want to do tonight, we want to be a little more we want to be a little more hands-on, and we want to give you guys what we started out, and that's how SNS started out, with major research, and we want to benefit you all with some of that research. So tonight, what we're going to ask you to do, while I'm going over these sector 11 sectors, I want you to look at your portfolios. And what we want you to do tonight, make sure you're listening. We're going to go around the horn, and I want you to give us 2 of your stocks that's in the red. And what we're going to do is, I'll let Kevin explain what we're going to do, but I just want you to start looking at your account right now and get 2 of your stocks that's in the red. And well, before I go over this sector rotation, Kev, go ahead and tell them what we're going to do.
Yeah, what we're going to do is we're just going to take a look at some stocks, that we've been talking about over the past months, and we're going to go through the fundamentals. So we're all in the red in certain areas. And when Tim and I talked earlier, I said, what we should do is just kind of go around the horn and get 1 to 2 stocks. Some of you may not be able to come up with 2. So one is acceptable, 2 is preferable. But if we can take those stocks, Tim and I are going to take them back, and we're going to do some fundamental research, because I was explaining to Tim, I still have some old positions in there that I was chasing when these markets were on fire. So we would come across stock tips in the morning, and these were just basically day or swing trade opportunities that would allow you to make $200, $300, $400, in that day or in the week. They weren't necessarily the greatest companies, but the opportunity was great at that time. I still have some of those stocks in my portfolio, and they're just sitting there collecting dust. And I'm hoping that they turn around, because we know stocks have photogenic memory. But I'm just sitting here waiting for them to turn around. And I say, Tim, I'm starting to get a little tired of waiting on these dead companies to come bring me my money back. So what I'd like to do is take some research on those companies that I've purchased and see what their fundamentals look like. If they're a good company and it looks like they're going to be around for a while, I'll hold on to it and stick it out. But if it turns out that, the company's not really doing much, it was one of those fly-by-night things where if you got in at the right time, you can make some money, so be it. If that's the case, I'm going to get them out of my portfolio. I'm going to take the loss, lick my wounds, and take that money and invest it into something that has, better growth potential. So that's basically what we're doing this week. So we want to go around the horn and, just get those 1 to 2 stocks that are in red or that have been in red for everybody. And Tim and I are going to take them back and research. And next week, we're going to go through each one of them.
Right. Hopefully, so family, a couple of things we're going to be doing when you guys give us these stocks, 2 stocks in your portfolio. We're going to be looking at the CEO. We're going to be looking at the management team, seeing if they got the core management team. Have they put any new people in the management team? We're going to be looking at the PE ratios. We're going to be looking at the fundamentals of the company, seeing if their basic fundamentals, what they said they was going to start out doing at the beginning of the year, are they on track? We're going to be looking at the investors' pipeline, what they got coming down the pipeline. Be it, let's say, for instance, it's a pharmaceutical company, and they're supposed to be having this new drug or this new device that will be able to allow doctors to be able to perform surgeries a little more efficient, and they've been trying to get FDA approval. We're going to be looking at all of these things to find out if the company's basic fundamentals are still intact. And if they're not, next week when we come back to SNS, we're going to be telling you, hey, listen, here's what we found out on this particular stock. Here's what we found out on X stock. Here's what we found out on Nick stock, so that you can make, as the CEO and professionals of your own portfolio, you can make some intellectual decisions as it pertains to what do you want to do with those particular positions. Do you want to rush them? Do you want to flush them? All right. So what I want you to do now, I got the sectors, and remember, there's 11 sectors in the stock market. There's only 11 sectors. So what I want to do again, we did this probably about 6 months ago. I thoroughly went down. I'm not going to read all of this out. We covered it before, but I want you to make sure you have these 11 sectors down. And what I need you to do is, when you give us your stocks tonight, that we're going to go back and we're going to research all this week. Me and Kevin going to divvy them up. We're going to, share notes. We're going to cross, contempt. I'm going to find some stuff. He'll find some stuff, so that when we come back, we can give you guys a full accounting of the stocks that you all gave us that you wanted us to check out for you. But what we want you to do while we're doing that, here's what we need you all to do. Say, for instance, Pastor Harper has 3 different brokerages accounts. Let's say Pastor Harper has Robinhood, he has Webull, and then he has, let's say, Schwab or TD Ameritrade. And he may have 8 stocks in TD Ameritrade, he may have 4 stocks in Webull, and he may have 6 stocks in Robinhood. What we want you to do with the rest of the stocks that you have left, we want you to be able to know which sector are those stocks in. Because if you got a sector rotation going on, or if you got, it's another hot sector that's happening right now, and there's a rotation, you might want to move some stuff around because that sector is not playing right now. Not saying it won't play, but that sector is just not hot right now. So we want you to be able to know, and you should know as an intellectual investor, which sector your particular stocks are in. You ought to know, I got so many stocks in information technology. I got so many stocks, you know, in consumer staples, so on and so forth. So that's what we want to do. So the first one, write these 11 sectors down, is information technology. All right, information technology. This is one of the sectors in the stock market. The next sector is healthcare. This is another sector out of the 11. All right. Number 3, financials. You know, this is your banks, your JP Morgan, so on and so forth, etc. All right. Number 4, consumer discretionary. Consumer discretionary. And we're not going to go into them. Just make sure you write the sectors down. And if you need to, after the call is over with, you know, you can always hit that little smart device that you have in your hand called Google. You can hit that Google and it'll tell you what consumer discretionary is all about. Okay. All right. The next sector is communication services. Communication services. Okay. The next sector is industrials. Industrials. All right. Number 7 is consumer staples. Consumer staples. Okay. Number 8 is energy. Energy. Okay. Number 9 is utilities. Utilities. Okay. Number 10, real estate. REITs. Real estate. And last but not least, rounding out the list of the 11 sectors in the stock market is materials. Materials. These are your 11 sectors. Now you have different industries within, but these are your main 11 sectors in the entire stock market. All right. So you got materials, you got real estate, you got utilities, you got energy, you got consumer staples, you have industries, you have communication services, you got consumer discretionary, you got financials, you got healthcare, and then you got information technology. So those are the 11 sectors that's in the stock market. So what we're going to do, we're going to go around the horn. We want you to give us those 2 red stocks for research, and then what your job is to do for next week till we come back is find out with the remaining stocks that you have left, you know, which sector are they in? You know, how many do you have in consumer staples? How many do you have in materials? How many do you have in energy? How many do you have in financials? So that you'll know and you'll be able to say, okay, you may say, you know what? I don't have any stocks in materials, which means that you may go and start looking at some stocks in the material industry, and you're saying, you know, I need to get some so that I have a well-balanced, you know, that's what we kind of preach here on SNS. We want you to have a well-balanced portfolio. Okay. All right. So like I said, we're not going to take up too much time. We're at the bottom of the hour. And what we want to do, we're going to start off with Pastor Dozell. Pastor Dozell, unmute your line and give us 2 stocks that you have in your portfolio that's in the red.
Okay, BNGO.
Okay, BNG. You writing them down, Kev?
Yeah, I'm writing them down.
Okay. All right, BNGO.
Which is
That's Bio-Nano.
Bio-Nano Genomics, and ZNGA.
Okay, that's Zynga. I talked about Zynga last week. You've been holding on to Zynga for a little while, Dozy?
Yes, I've had it, I think
Okay.
since I started.
Okay, cool. Yep.
Yeah, they're both of those are down and they're both in Webull.
Gotcha.
Okay, great. All right, so we got Pastor Dozy. All right, we're gonna go now to Pastor Harper.
Sir, I'm just going to go from my Webull account. We have SLGG,
Super League Gaming. Okay.
League Games, yeah, and the other one is would have been Bingo, but I'll give another one because he's already given that one. SNDL.
All right, Sundial.
Yeah.
Roars. All right. And for those who just joined, what we're doing tonight is we want you to look at your portfolios tonight, and whatever stocks that you have in the red, we want you to give us 2 stocks tonight, and then the team is going to go ahead. We're going to research those stocks. When we come back to on SNS next Sunday, we're going to tell you about those stocks. If anything has changed, it's about 5 areas we're going to be looking in, and I covered those earlier. So that's what we're doing. So just find your 2 stocks that you have in the red, and let us have them so we can go ahead and research them, and then we'll report back to you on next week. All right, so Mr. Kevin, you next, buddy.
I got Aqua Metals.
Okay, ticker symbol, sir.
Ticker symbol for Aqua Metals is AQMS.
AQMS. All right, got it.
And I got another one, which is CAN. It's a cannabis company. It's CANN.
Okay. CANN. Got it. Okay. All right. And then I guess I'll go next. And one of mine is SENS. 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 And I'll do another one. It's a penny stock, IQST. And that's the one I'm really, and I'm gonna just stop right there for a second. Family, I want you all to look at IQST. I really do. It's a penny stock. It's pulled back. I've been preaching this. IQST. That's the only penny stock that I really believe that has a potential, and they're putting everything in place. They're getting all of their financials together that they're going to make the NASDAQ. They're going to go from pink sheets.
Hey man, you giving away the fundamentals before we have a chance to get the fundamentals. But I know, man, we trying to get some advice though, man, because this one is on the verge of a significant change. So I'm right with you, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, I know it, man. I want the family to make that money, man. I don't want them to sleep.
I know, man.
Come on here and we dancing and we, you know what I'm saying? We shout and they like, well, what's going on? Them jokers have made $3 million, man.
I know what you're doing, man. Go ahead and get at them.
Yeah. All right, so let's move to Mr. Trent. Mr. Trent, unmute your line. Give us your 2 stocks that's in the red.
Yeah, hi. I have BTCS.
BTCS, okay.
And BTBT, which is Bit Digital.
Okay, BTBT. Is BTCS in the crypto?
Yes, they are.
Okay, can you give me something outside of the crypto? We'll give you 3.
Oh, okay. That's going to be.
Want me to come back to you?
Yeah, RGBP.
All right, go ahead. What was it?
RGBP.
Okay, RGB.
Biopharma.
Got it. Good. Okay, all right, that's good. Okay, Roz, talk to us.
Okay, good evening. I have closed CLOV, that's in the healthcare.
CLOV. Mm-hmm.
And CPSH is the tech.
All right, repeat that ticker symbol.
C, P as in Paul, S, H.
Got it. Okay, got it. Good, awesome. Dr. Bracy, unmute your line. Talk to us.
Sure, I sure will. You only want two. I got plenty. GPS.
Okay, GPS.
Yes. And then BABYF.
Okay, ABF.
Mm.
All right, good. All right. All right. Pastor Barrow, talk to us.
Give me a wish
Okay, wish. Uh-huh.
and then incremental, which is FUV.
FUV.
Uh-huh.
Okay, that's good. All right. Mr. Broxton, Servant Dana, talk to us.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Give us two stocks that you have in the red that we're gonna research for you for next week.
Okay. Anybody mention Charge Point?
No, CHPT.
Yeah, Charge Point. And I have NEO.
Neo. Okay.
NIO.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Good. Good. Okay. Hey, good to see Vern on. Come on, talk to us, Vern. Give us two tonight. VC, you there?
I unmute. Tilray.
What's the ticker symbol?
TLRY.
Okay, that's a marijuana joint, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And Free Cell. FCEL.
Okay. FCEL, free sale. Okay. All right, good. First Lady Alicia, talk to us.
Hi, yes, I have GMBL, which is S Sports.
Gamble.
Yeah, and then I have WWR, which is Westwater Resources.
Yes, Westwater Resource. Okay. All right. Kev, did we miss anybody?
Hang
Oh,
on for a
Randy.
minute.
Randy. I'm here.
Okay.
Are you there, Rand?
Yeah, it's just what you got, man.
Yeah, I'm here. Can you
Okay,
hear
give
me?
me two. Yes, sir.
Listen, can I call you and give you that tomorrow? Because right now I'm actually on the road right now, and I can't really go into my portfolio right now.
Okay, good. Yeah, let's talk tomorrow.
But I will say this: there was a couple that was mentioned already that's in my portfolio that I know it's in the red, like Charge Point #1, and so I mean I could give you those.
Okay, no, I want you to give me something else tomorrow. So just call me tomorrow.
Okay.
Something that wasn't said tonight.
All right, thank you.
Okay, good.
Can I give you one more?
Who's that talking? Roz?
Ross,
Okay, go ahead.
Since you all gonna be doing some research, frog, that FROG.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have it, but it's in the tech sector.
Okay.
And what they do, I don't really fully understand it, but it just looks very interesting to me. So if you all can do some research on that, I'd appreciate it.
Sounds good. Got it. Did we miss anybody? Miss Hyacinth, how are you tonight?
I'm fine, thank you, everyone. I'm doing good. Thank you, Pastor Griffith. I I haven't gotten my stocks yet, but I just sent the money to, I think, Webbo.
Okay.
Yes, just this week. And so hopefully I'll be getting set up this week, as I
Good.
was told to call
Good.
on this week, and I'll be getting set up and I'll let you all know.
Awesome. Awesome. Great.
Thank
awesome.
you.
Gary, is Gary out there? Did we miss anybody?
Yeah, I'm here. I was looking at the Bitcoin this week, and it took a dip.
Okay. You was looking at the Bitcoin?
Yeah, it took a dip. I think the Chinese stop it from being operated in their country, so it took a dip.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay, Kev, go ahead, man. You want to
And also TAS.
What's the ticker symbol? TAS.
TAAS.
TAS.
It's the electric motor vehicles is what it is.
And what's the ticker symbol again, Gary?
It's a TAAS, I think.
Okay, TAAS. Got it.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. TAAS. Okay. All right, Kev, you got anything? Go ahead.
Now we got them. So we collected everybody. So again, what we're going to do is we're going to take these back and just do some research and, look into the fundamentals of each one of these companies. And, one of the major things we're going to be looking at is, revenue and projected growth. You have a lot of these companies that are some of the smaller companies that they just kind of came into the game. They got listed. And again, they would just kind of fly by night, make money opportunities, which I'm not really mad at. I've made a decent amount of money on those type of opportunities, but I have so much red in my portfolio, much like the rest of you, that I think it does us all a favor for Tim and I to go through and do some research and look at the viability of some of these companies. And like I said, in particular, their revenues and projected growth, because if these companies, aren't really looking to do much, and it happens to be a company that we jumped on because there was a good opportunity to either swing it, or day trade it. I'm looking to kind of do some consolidation within my account and take the loss and just move that money over to somewhere else that's going to, that's going to fundamentally grow it, rather than just sitting here waiting and hoping for, some type of event to happen. And what I'm not going to do is get emotional if for some reason, one day in the future, that stock starts to run. Maybe I'll hear about it and have an opportunity to jump back in and catch that run. But once I sell it and move it on to something else, I'm going to look forward. I'm not looking back at that stock anymore. So I'm not going to let that, emotionally beat me up. So that's what we're going to do. So hopefully this session was informative to everybody. And, when we come back next Sunday, we're hoping that we'll have some, some good, insightful information on some of these companies so we can start making some better decisions with our accounts. So that's all I have, Tim.
Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. So family, again, listen, trust the process. Know this, you haven't lost anything. You may be down on your equity. I can't preach it enough. You just lost a little equity, but just hold on. Change is coming. The fever will break. This wind will change directions eventually. Wall Street is sleeping. Wall Street is trying to shake a lot of the weaker hands off. And I'm telling you, if we just hold on, we'll be able to move in, move out some of these positions. We'll be able to profit in some of these positions, and we'll be able to get into some better positions. And listen, if doing this thing, investing, was real easy, we'd have more than 16 people on the line tonight. We'll have 16,000 on the line tonight. And I'm telling you, like I said before, is that God is positioning us, and he's given us the wisdom, the ingenuity as a family, as a collective. We're learning a lot of things in this process that we've been shut out on for many years. And when he runs that big money through our hand, we'll know exactly what to do with it. We'll know exactly what to do with it. We got a mascot out there that we're looking at. We got dividend stocks that we can put some stuff in. So when you get that big lump sum, you'll know exactly what to do with it. You won't go and take it and give it to Mr. Wells Fargo or Mr. Bank of America and just let it sit there and get nothing. You'll know kind of how to strategically go. So we've been learning throughout these last. Yes, sir.
When you finish your point, I just want to share one more thing. Go ahead.
Okay. We've been learning a lot of things throughout this process. And I'm telling you, it's making us better traders and it's making us better investors because of it. We're learning a lot of it. And when this thing turns around and that money starts flowing like that, listen, I'm telling you, we're going to have so many people on the line that it's going to be like, where are all these people? Yeah, because the money flowing, but they wasn't here in the hard times. And then when it get hard, then we're going to have to take them through the same thing and coach them and tell them, hey, hold on, don't throw in the towel, don't shake Mr. Dow Jones' hand. But I'm telling you, it's going to turn around, and then when it turn around, it's going to pay off big for us. Come on down, Kev.
Yeah, so it's just something I read in a Forbes report. And it says here, when someone claims to have amazing long-term stock gains, it says, you know what else they have? It says losses. And then another thing I wanted to read in the same article, it says, ironically, losing money is exactly how investors build wealth. It's required for long-term gains. So I just want to let her, because I wanted to read that, Tim, because we promote so much of, you haven't taken any losses, you haven't lost anything until you sell to Mr. Dow Jones. But sometimes, depending on how the markets are, you are going to take some losses in order to make the gains. So we don't talk about that a lot because nobody wants to talk about losing. I heard somebody once say, when we dream at night, we dream about winning. You know what I mean? You dream about hitting that last basketball shot or hitting the best golf shot of your life. Don't nobody dream about falling in the lake while playing golf or missing the last shot. Don't nobody dream like that. It's the weirdest thing, but we typically don't dream in failure. We dream in success. So the reality is, there will be some losses here and there, hopefully small losses, but those losses are required, in order to kind of move forward and make those gains. So I felt it was important to read that, Tim, but that's from an article, from Forbes. So go ahead.
Good, man. Go ahead and do the Q&A, and then we'll be ready to wrap. We got
Yeah.
15.
Yeah, no problem. So we done chopped it up. Y'all done gave us, your 2 red stocks. Is there anybody have any questions before we go into the week?
Well, one thing, Kev and Griff, I know we gave you the negative, but I would sure like to end on a positive. I don't know if that's the plan, but if you can give us something positive that we should look at, or maybe somebody out there may have something. I do have one that I'm watching, and I kind of stumbled on this one because Griff, you gave me a ticker symbol, I don't know, maybe a month ago, and I misinterpreted what you told me, and I put something else, but it's actually been doing pretty good. But I haven't did any investigation on. So I would just like to, we can't just end on a green note, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I hear you. Good. We'll go ahead. So we keep that point. We're going around the horn and see if anybody else has any questions. And then Tim, what we'll do is with that last minute, we'll share some information, because I'd like to see what Harp got up his sleeve over there. So anybody have any other questions?
No, I was gonna say I have a stock to share too, if we're gonna be sharing.
All right. Well, it don't seem like as many questions. I like sharing. So, I mean, if y'all got some good information, we definitely, that's a part of what the call is about. So, Harp, you go ahead and go first, and then we're just going around the horn and, see if anybody else has any other insights to look at.
Me go first?
I think Harper was talking about something that he might have had, and then we'll come right back around to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, brother. Go ahead.
Okay. I remember, Griff, if you remember, you gave me one, like I said, years ago, not years ago, some months ago. It was Chris. I thought you said Chris. And so I put in the ticker symbol is CHRS. CHRS. Now I haven't done any research on it. I just invested in it, and it's actually been doing pretty good this last few weeks, and it's constantly going up. So it might be one to look at. If you guys want to do your due diligence on that, I can't really give you any background information, but it's one to definitely take a look at.
What's the ticker symbol, Doc?
CHRS, Coherus.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. I think I might have gave you Cyrus, C-U-R-S.
I think that's what it was. Yeah, that's what it was. Well, Cyrus. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a bad one. Harp, where'd you pick that up at? You get it around the $14, $15 range?
I got it. Yeah, I got it at 13.
Ooh, okay, you got it even better.
Yeah.
You caught a nice dip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So we keep an eye on that one.
Yeah.
All right. And somebody else had one. Was that Alicia?
Yes, that was me. So the stock I have is not a penny stock or anything by any stretch of the imagination. It's trading at like 123 right now, but it's a firm. So a firm partnered with Amazon. And then Walmart last week announced that, well, actually this week, no, technically, Walmart announced that they're now doing away with their layaway. So for the holiday season, Walmart will no longer accept layaway. They'll accept a firm, and a firm is basically, it breaks up the payment over like a time period. So it's like a buy now, pay later type of thing. So on the news of Walmart, the stock has been going up again. So that is one to watch. And that's ticker symbol AFRM.
Yep, that's the one we made that money on. You don't remember me sending that out on the on the text line? That's the big one.
so we already in on that.
Yeah, firm. It's like at 123, man. We had it at $40 when it dropped.
Oh,
yeah,
Lord.
so that's gonna go even higher now that they partner with Walmart. I see a couple people, well, not a couple people, I see the calls and stuff going up for that. So I don't know if anybody swing trades or day trades or anything like that here, but a firm is one to watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good stuff, First Lady.
Yeah, that's definitely good information. I was just looking, I paused a little bit because I was looking at just kind of looking at the trends on a firm. But don't be afraid of that price. You know, folks, we know we see high prices like that. Sometimes we get a little bit nervous. But what's important is to take a look at the again, the fundamentals. You know what I mean? You want to look at the projected growth in the revenue of a company like that, and realistically look at, what that $123 has a potential to climb to, because that's your determining factor. If you're going to buy one share, if the stock is projected to go to, let's say, $150, $160, if you're going to buy one share and that projecting to get to that price point is going to take, a little over a year, you have to look at the reality of what your gain is. It's at 123. If it goes to, 150, you're talking about, roughly a $27 gain or something like that. You have to ask yourself whether or not it's worth it over a 1 year period of time if you're only going to get one share of that stock. So those are some of the types of things that we like to kind of talk through and, kind of share with one another and just say, sometime me and Tim get different ideas, and I'll tell him, I say, Tim, it's not financially worth it to me. He'll say, well, what you mean? I say, well, it's not really worth me buying a share of that stock for $123. I got to hold it for 6 months only to gain 27 if I don't buy any more of it, So I'd rather not tie up my 123 because I can break that up and get more shares of a $27 stock. You know what I mean? And my money will grow faster. So it's a good stock, but I'm definitely, we talked about a firm in the past. I'm curious to see where else they're going to go, how high they can climb.
I definitely think it's going to have legs because this holiday season, Amazon's always one of like the largest retail shippers. So Amazon has started adding a firm. And then now that Walmart is completely taking out their layaway and only using a firm, I think during the holiday season, probably like, closer to December, we'll definitely probably see some movement on that.
Yeah, you're going to see some spikes. Yep. So that's good stuff. I like that.
Hey, can I ask one question, guys?
Yes, sir.
One of the methods that I use, I don't know if it's a good method or not, but I constantly, especially like on Webull, I'll go and I'll hit the analysis, right? And then I look to see if it tells you whether to buy or whether to hold. Is that a good method to use? Because I kind of use that for my safety net, kind of, but is that a good method to use?
Yeah, that's a good strategy.
You know what? It's funny.
Go ahead,
Sorry,
Kev.
Tim. That's what we was just talking about, earlier. Tim, remember when I told you I have this app that it basically does some analysis to heart?
Yeah.
And
okay.
I looked at this thing, man, and this thing was giving me a sell rating. Now the stock, you know what I mean? The stock is undervalued, and the stock normally sits somewhere around $10, $11, and it's down in the sevens right now. And this thing was telling me the rating was a sell rating.
Yeah.
So I said to myself, that doesn't make any sense. So what I did was I doubled down on them. I went and did some research on another app and some other some other folks, and they were all saying it's a buy rating, So I found a lot more advisors giving it a buy rating than the sell rating. So it's a great idea, but what I would suggest is that you just double down on it. You know, check a couple more sources and see if it's the same across the board.
Okay.
You know, because if it starts to vary, then you got to start looking into it a little bit. You know what I mean? If you got, you know, 3 advisors saying that it's a buy and 1 saying it's a sell, you know, if that app happened to be, you know, the one set of advisors that are saying sell, it can kind of steer you in the wrong direction. But I use the same method, you know, but I just check multiple sources just to make sure that everybody is saying the same thing across the board.
Okay, yeah, because I was looking at, even with a firm, it tells you that the low end was 65 and then the high end is 150.
Yep. Does it tell you the value, whether it's overvalued or undervalued?
This one, I don't know how to get that part. I don't see that.
Okay.
I'm not saying that it's not here, but you know, still kind of discovering this. So
yeah, I can check it out. Let me just do a quick search on this one app that I have. Affirm Holdings.
Okay, while you're doing that, Kev, I want to touch on something else while you're looking at family. Again, I just want to stress it again. You know, you can do whatever you want. We all are our own personal portfolio managers and so on and so forth. But I really want you to give some redress to ticker symbol I as in Isaiah, Q as in Queen, S as in Susie, T as in Tim. Hey. I want you to give some redress to it. I want you to look at it. The stop is at 43 cents. I didn't say $43. I didn't say $4. I didn't say $4,400. It's at 43 cents.
Repeat the symbols again, please.
It's I as in Isaiah, Q as in Queen. Sister Griffith, let's get it in the chat. IQST. IQ, Queen, S, Susie, T as in Tim. And I want you to do your due diligence on it. I'm going to just tell you personally, being transparent. I have 2,000 shares I'm sitting on, and I'm just sitting there. I have 2,000 shares of it. So, you know, I'm all in, and I'm just letting that sit. I don't care if it does red, whatever. The company is here in Miami. This company is right in South Beach. I mean, not in South Beach. It's Blink is in South Beach. Ticker symbol BLNK. That's the charging company. Sometimes the ticker symbols go to running through my head. Blink is in South Beach, but IQST is in Coral Gables, still in Miami. It's a penny stock, but they got a blockchain. They got 4 different platforms that they're running from, and they're doing everything else. They just did this IAC. They're getting this committee together so that they can submit their books to Wall Street, so that they can say, hey, listen, this is how much money we made. This is how much money we made. When this company, and I really believe they have an opportunity, whether it's going to be at the end of this year or maybe early next year in the first quarter of next year. But I think this is one of the only penny stocks, and I've seen a lot of penny stocks, that has a wonderful opportunity of making it to the NASDAQ. And if this company makes it to the NASDAQ, I really believe it's going to shoot up to like $2 real quick. And if it shoot up to $2 and everybody's piling in, guess what we want to be as SNS? We want to be getting out. I'm not waiting for it. I'll take $5,000-$6,000 and be out of there. I'm cool with it. I'm not going to say, oh, it's going. No, I don't care about it going no more. But I just want you to do your due diligence. It's at 43 cents. It's pink slip. It's over the counter. But I think it has the potential. And I would love for this thing come in, all of us to kind of be happy together. So that's my little soapbox tonight. That's my little stock to put on your watch list. Kev is back into your hands. And then after you finish, Dr. Bracy is going to close us in prayer.
Tim, I think we might be good. We went around the horn with questions, and we've gotten some good information on a couple things that we should look at in terms of Coherus, CHRS, and Affirm, AFRM. And I'm still looking at this Affirm. Affirm was $140 in February of this year, and dropped all the way down to under looks like somewhere around $50. It dropped all the way down to about $50 in May.
Right.
And
Yeah, we
now
got
this thing is back up at it's up around at
123.
$123. So
On that news though, on that news of the Walgreens and the Amazon piece.
mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's not a fluke.
No. It started running up in around the August time frame. It started dancing. It was running steady somewhere around between $60 and $70 up and down. And then on August 27th, my son's birthday, this thing started trending itself up. So it went from $67 from August 27th to September 1st. It went from $67 to $96. And then we know the rest of the history from there. It's at 123. So definitely want to keep an eye on it.
Right. Roz, any information on ARCT that you want to share with us before we get ready to go?
No, I don't have any information. They're kind of down right now. They're down about $4 from last week. I haven't heard anything else about them getting approved for a vaccine yet, but they're still working on it. And my guess is if they approve them, that's gonna shoot up. Yeah.
Okay.
That's all I have.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. Well, family, it's been good. We're right at the top of the hour, right where we need to be, right at 9 o'clock. We want to be out in 59 minutes. Dr. Bracy, it's on you.
All right. I'd just like to announce to this group that Tuesday is National Voter Registration Day.
Yes.
And we are looking to register voters wherever you live, whatever state you are in. This is a national effort. We need to make sure we increase the electorate. We need to make sure that all eligible people are registered and they turn out to vote. So if you know of anyone in your congregations, in your household, your relatives or friends, please entice them, invite them, urge them to register to vote. We need to protect democracy all over the United States and America. Let us pray. Father, we just thank you for this opportunity to grow and to learn. We thank you for the facilitators who work so diligently to impart so much knowledge to us. We thank you for everything that we have been learning this evening. And Heavenly Father, we are not going to get weary and well doing, because we know in due season, things are going to change. Continue to bless and keep each one of us that are on this call. God, we ask you to keep us until we all meet again. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
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 Give me you. Everything else can wait.
Good night,
Good night,
family.
family. Good night, family.
Give me
Good
you.
night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Lord, give me you. Lord, give me you. Lord, give me you. Lord, give me you.
Hey, good night, Brother Griff.
Good night, bro.
Give me you. Everything else can wait.